Here we go. My girls hold me down. Them boys mess around. My love life is a mess. We're going out tonight because I'm looking for love. That's right, y'all. It's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's comedy drama, SISTAS. The new season 3, episode 1, When You're Confused. And everybody up in there seemed to have been confused. Let's see. Sabrina was confused. Karen was confused. Andy was a little bit confused, I guess, because she wanted to know why people ain't telling her what's going on with Gary. Aaron was confused. What's his name? Zach was confused. And Fatima was a little bit confused, too. I forgot. Yeah, Fatima was. But, we going to see and work this out, okay? So, before we get started, shout out to everybody in my comment section. Thank you for holding Barbie J's channel down. I'm looking for everybody to come back. It's time to come back so we can talk and debate and think of all the different ways Tyler Perry could go with this show. Because we only got, let's see, I don't know how many episodes are in this season. If anybody knows how many episodes in this season, please let me know. Thank you. In the meantime, if you have not subscribed to my channel, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so right now. Take a moment, hallelujah, and click right there. Hit that little notification bell and support Barbie J's channel. That's right. Help Barbie J's channel grow. Help a sister out. Is it on this side? No, it's on this side, I believe. Anyway, let's get started. So, of course, it starts off with Andy begging for her life. No, Jasmine, no, Jasmine. And I'm sitting there going, why they got her acting like a little white girl when she on that other TV show, The Family Business or whatever? She cold-blooded, guns and everything, shooting people and stuff. And here, it's just so hard to see her act this way. So that's why I was sitting there going, man, it's messed up. But she begging, and I told you to stay away from my husband. I told you to leave him alone. I told you. I said, damn, all that damn talking, Jasmine, just shoot her ass. Just shoot. Put out her misery. If you so damn upset, put out her misery. So here they all fighting. They fighting and fighting, And what happens? The gun goes off. Pop, pop, the gun goes off, couple of times. And then I couldn't even believe that she jumped up. She turned her back on Andy, and Andy jumped up and fought her with her booty hanging out, with the thong up the crack of her ass. I was like, you better go shake it and fight, girl. Shake it, shake it, shake it. I was like, your head. Any man watching that should have enjoyed that scene, because you got to see her shaking everything and fighting. That probably was hot, right? Anyway, so what else? So all of a sudden, it looked like the gun locked or something, right? It locked, or no more bullets or something. So she runs. Baby, get up. You okay? I'm like, bitch, put on some clothes. She run back and throw the robe, open the door to run out, and the police are right there. Now, y'all all know in all of Tyler Perry's other shows, how long it take for the police to get there? How the police was there already with the gun pointing at her. You see she in a robe and nothing else, with her hands up. Let me see your hands. Dude, her hands are up already. Her hands are up. What you asking for? Hands up. You see she ain't got nothing else on, and you asking all these questions like, she's like, in the room. The other cop, he don't have his gun drawn, but he reaching for her body. Check it, y'all. Peep it. He was already reaching for her, trying to I said, well, is he going to feel her, pat her ass down? Because she ain't got nothing on. What he doing? And the next thing she go, and she start crying and stuff. But I think he was too soon with his scene, and Tyler should have made him do that over. He was too soon with the scene, because she should have gotten hysterical, and then he grabbed her. But he was already like about to touch her. I said, okay, I ain't no director, but I know that didn't look right to me. Because one, it looked like he's going to pat her ass down, and you see she ain't got nothing on. That would have been sexual harassment. Come on now. Anyway, so she runs. But she runs to Gary, baby, after the gun. Oh, that was cool how when the gun went off and it got stuck, she picked up that heavy thing and bust Jasmine upside the head, which I was so proud of her. I was like, that was wonderful, Andy. Then she runs over there with her naked butt to her fiance, but then she decides to put on a robe, thank God, and runs out the door. Anyway, I don't know if I just said that, but I just repeated it again because that scene was important. Anyway, so then they left it at that. I guess that was the beginning or whatever. And then they show Sabrina closing the door from Calvin, and she's looking at Jacoby with his naked body and stuff, and she's telling him she wants him to leave. And he's like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, hello? Like, I need to finish this. I need to finish what I started. She's like, yeah, I don't think so. I need you to go, And she's like, first of all, that thing is too big anyway. You need to put it away. But maybe we just started and no, just go. He's like, yo, you gonna quit because of old boy over there? He's doing all of that and stuff. And he's like, first of all, ain't he sleeping because he's sleeping with other guys? And she's like, that's not what's happening or something. He was like, well, that's what I heard Maurice say. She's like, well, nothing's happening between us. So you need to go. Bye. And then she goes in her room. Who does that? Who leaves company in their house and be there, bye, and walk away? No. Get your shit on. Watch him get up. Hurry up. Put that on. Get that on. Okay, bye-bye. Most women, depending on how it's ending, or men too, they be done threw your stuff out the door and sent you out there naked to get your stuff. Hello. So she goes in her room and I'm like, oh, brother. They show her calling. How are you already calling Sabrina and homeboy ain't left? You ain't heard your front door closed. You can hear through the walls. Come on. I need to talk to you. And Sabrina's funny because she's calling. She hears the phone. She's like, I don't know what that is. Is that my house phone? I haven't paid that bill and who knows when. That must be a miracle from God. She said, that must be the Lord calling to take me home. Preston was like, you so crazy, girl. Yeah, that's the Lord calling. Yeah, you don't know. He calls them on different phones. She's so silly. But he said, isn't it, you should answer it. You should really answer it. And she was like, oh, like she didn't want to answer it. Then she answers it and she talks a little bit to Sabrina. And she's like, look, I'm in the tub with Cowboy. Why you got to tell him? Just say I can't talk to you right now. But she did try to say that to Sabrina. But she's like, I don't know. I don't have nobody to talk to. I need to talk to. I need some advice. She better learn how to talk to the Lord. Hallelujah. And so she's like, I need somebody to talk to Karen. Karen probably was Zach. Talk to who else? Andy. Andy's with Gary. Anyway, so I'm sorry this review won't be long because all of this stuff was like a little silly to me. So I'm just like giving a little bit more details than I have to, only because it's the first episode. Okay, so anyway, she finally hangs up, promised to call her the next day. And because she in the tub with Cowboy. And I said, I thought he said he don't like her calling him Cowboy. So she got to remember that. Remember she said that, right, y'all? So she hangs up and he said, was that sounded like it was important. That was important. And she was like, no. She said, I think all that was important is right here. I said, oh, shit. Go ahead, Danny looked him up and said, I think all that's important is like right here. And I thought that was so sweet. I am loving Danny with Preston. What else happened? So it flips back to the police asking Andy questions and stuff like that. And did this happen and did that happen? And she's like, is he all right? I need to know if he's all right. Can I just go in there and say, can I check? Oh, no, you can't go in there. Can I get my phone? No, you can't get it from Miss. This is a crime scene. We can't give you that. We can't do any of that. I want to know if he's okay. What happened? It's like, why isn't he at a hospital? Why isn't? Nah, that was a good question because I wanted to know too. But one of the questions the police officer asks is when she said, she's telling what happened, and she said, we were about to go to bed. Now, she said fiance, and he goes, was you having an affair? What the hell? That's her fiance. Why you asking her, was it an affair? Unless that other police officer who was trying to check her, been talking around, the precinct. Y'all know men gossip. Don't say you don't, because I've been in a lot of barbershops. I used to take my kids to the barber, and I used to get my hair cut the barber. Y'all gossip a lot. Anyway, so I don't know how he knew that, but I thought that was kind of a strange question. She's like, why do you ask that? And I said the same shit. Why are you asking that? But we don't know, and we'll probably find out later why he asked that. So why he isn't in the hospital, we don't know. Zach arrives at Karen's and he gives her $5,000, of course. And he said, and it's not for that credit card because I didn't do it. And she said, I know you didn't do it. I found out we have camera surveillance. So that's what it took. You don't believe me? Hell no, she don't believe you. You lie, Zach. You lie. She don't believe you. Okay? I know I owe you about $77,000. He said, this is just a down payment. You know I was good with math. That's 3 years of rent and money as I borrowed from you and da-da-da-da. I was like, okay. I wish my ex-husband would say that and give me my child support he owed me. I'm sorry. Look, man, we need people to just fork it over. Like, come on now. Anyway, what else happened? So she gonna ask him how long he been seeing her. And he's like, why do you care? You know, and I don't think she should have been asking that, you know. And she said, look, I just want to know, don't you think you owe me that? You know, Danny told me how much you talk about her and stuff. He's like, girl, please. She was like, look, I'm all over the place with my feelings right now. So I just need to know what's going on and what happened. And he was like, oh, please. And she said, don't try to act like we were just effing all the time. You know, he said, yes, that's what we were doing. I said, come on, stop lying, Zach. Because then you go over to Fatima's and say you got history with her. And, you know, as much as you want to be with Fatima, you want her too. And it ain't just fucking. Ain't no just fucking. It's going to keep you going to somebody when they not fulfilling you. You know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway, what went on next? Then they got Danny. She get out of bed and she calls her back. You know, she calls Sabrina back and she talking to her. And Sabrina's like, I don't know. And da-da-da-da. She's like, but honey, you just keep doing that. She's like, what do you mean? You don't want to commit. She's telling her, you just like the thugs. You just like the thugs, and that's what you can't help it and stuff. And she said, but what if I miss out? You know, because I'm scared. I'm scared to commit it. I'm scared. And what if I miss out on a good person? But I'm not sure if she was talking about missing out with Calvin or missing out with Jacoby. I don't know which one it was, but I was getting confused, and I just kept going because it was Sabrina, so she was confused. So I guess I was one of the people who was confused too. When you're confused, I know I would. Anyway. So she said, I'm so sick of you, Danny. She got mad at Danny for something. What did Danny say? Something to her. And she said, I'm just so sick of you, Danny. And she said, what? And she's like, what? Because you having man problems? Because you having man problems, I gotta have them too? I feel the same way. I was like, you better tell her, Danny. You better tell her. And she was like, whatever, you know, Sabrina. I just don't even, sometimes I don't even like talking about Sabrina's storyline. I really don't. But she goes, well, girl, whenever you want to talk, I'm here for you. I'm always here for you, honey. And she said, sure, yeah, okay, sure. Except for when Preston's there. Hater. That's why she need to make up her damn mind. If anybody should be confused, it should be Danny dating a white man because that's something out of her comfort zone. This one, she can't even handle being out of her comfort zone because I guess Calvin would be out of her comfort zone. Her comfort zone is thugs. Sabrina like thugs. Forget the nice guy. The nice guy who's, what is he? He understands his feelings. He has feelings. He's caring. He's soft. Whatever it is. Yeah, she gonna miss out on something because she can't make up her mind and she busy trying to mess up Sabrina's stuff. But y'all pay attention this season because it always seemed like Sabrina do these little digs at Danny. She hating on Danny having a man. She want her to be manless. You know how some of y'all is. Y'all only happy when your woman is manless like you. Your girlfriend is manless like you, and y'all know it. Anyway, what else happened? Zach walks into Fatima's apartment with the key. After all that, you gonna just show up with the key? Fatima's like, what? She say, look, leave the key on the counter, get your shit on the floor. Get out. And you know, he's apologizing. She's like, whatever. They have their little back and forth, their little love thing going. And he was like, oh, come on, Fatima. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Hurt? You think I'm hurt? You hurt my feelings and stuff? He's like, come on now. He said, give me a break. She was like, you got your damn break. Now break your ass out of my apartment. I said, oh. I I was like, they had me laughing today. I gotta tell you. Shoot. So then some guy, he said, she said, take your car keys. He said, no, you can have the car keys because I know you're going to kick me out the program. She said, I ain't trying to kick you out. I ain't that chick. I know, and you know there's a lot of them out there. They get mad because things don't go right and they try to mess up your shit. I've seen it in my church, so please. They try to mess up your stuff. And she's like, I'm not that chick. I don't know who you be dealing with. Oh, wow, wacky, but out of the program. I'm not going to stop you from making your money. I'm not going to do that, you know. So at that point, he's like, oh, okay. And some guy comes to the door and she tries to introduce them. And they got Zach acting stupid, like flexing on him and stuff. I know who you are. You lucky this. You did flexing on him and stuff. I was like, boy, stop that. That scene was unnecessary and I don't think it was needed. Scratch it out. Anyway, Calvin gets home and tells Maurice what happened at Sabrina's house. And Maurice said, you showed up there without calling? Fool, what's up with you? Why would you do some stupid shit like that? And that's what I said. You don't show up to people's house without calling. And he said he saw Jacoby naked in the refrigerator with his thing in the refrigerator. And Maurice is like, ooh, really? You know, what condiment was that? Anyway, he tried to explain Sabrina's issues and stuff like that. She has a hard time making decisions when it comes to men. And Calvin's like, I don't give a damn. I'm tired of this shit and all this stuff. And he was mad at Maurice, too, for saying stuff. And so he leaves and said he's going back to Sabrina's house. Karen calls Andy, and she needs to talk. She needs to talk to her, but she's not answering. She's like, what are you doing that you can't talk? Yeah, she getting shot at. That's what she getting shot at and fighting and stuff. Call me back. At that point, there's a door again. It's Aaron, all intoxicated at her house. And she's like, oh, let me make you some coffee. I want no coffee. I want this. And she's like, no, you need to sit down. And she goes and makes him the coffee. And I knew it. It just looked strange that she was making it and she wasn't turning. She just kept focusing on what she was doing with the coffee and stuff. And she turned around, homeboy, butt naked. No, he had on his drawers. But he was like, I want you and stuff. And she's like, no, look at me. No, you don't want me. Don't do this. It's the alcohol you've been drinking. Because first of all, he don't drink. And he don't be having sex. So that went there. You know, she's begging him not to do it. And of course she turns him down and he's feeling bad and he wants to leave, but she won't let him leave because he's, like I said, drunk and stuff. He don't want the coffee. I want you. I'm so sorry. I can't. He said, I can make you feel better than him. Well, he was about to that time at the hotel, boy, when they got interrupted. I could make you feel better than him. I said, oh, you come to my house. Come to my house. I ain't lying. So he apologizes and he said he's embarrassed with his behavior. He feels so stupid and stuff. And she's like, no, I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I chased you to somebody else and made you want to have sex with somebody else. And she's like, no, this was my fault. Baby. This had nothing to do with you. Please, no. And she was like, you know, she was just hugging him and he cried. I mean, he was crying in her arms and she was holding him and I got emotional myself. I was like, oh, that's love. I tell you. Anyway, what else happened, y'all? Because I'm starting to get emotional and it's hot up in this house. I tell you, I can't turn on the AC because it makes too much noise. So I got to hurry up and get through this stuff. Y'all see me sweating, that's why. Anyway, so Maurice calls Sabrina and warns her that Calvin's on his way to her apartment so she can get Jacoby out of the apartment so that she won't be caught in a compromising position. He's so crazy. But he was trying to go with Calvin to that apartment, but Calvin left him. He was like, let me put on my good dress. He wanted to see what was happening. And so he told me he was having, so they go back and forth, you know, what happened? She gets mad. That's what it was. She gets mad at Maurice over the phone. I don't care if he's coming. I don't even care. I don't want to be bothered. This is all your fault. You're the one that told me that he was having sex with a man and all. Ain't nobody told you to call and leave him a nasty message because of that, stupid. You believe everything Maurice said? He's like gossip. He tells any kind of story. You known him all this time. You don't know better. Sabrina, come on, grown-ass woman. Stop it. So he said, oh, please. He said, that's water under the bridge. He said, by the way, you get any water under that bridge tonight? You get She said, oh, shut up. Just shut up. And she got mad and hung up. She walks out the room. Jacoby still sitting there. Why is Jacoby still sitting there? Why is Jacoby still in her damn living room when she asked him to leave? He said, I was waiting for you to calm down. Thought we could still, you know. He was still trying to get some. He was trying to hit it. He ain't come yet, so he needed to get it off, She's like, no. She told him multiple times to get out. He said, I like you. I like you. You like me. I thought, da-da-da-da. No, this was a mistake. We need to go. But baby, we both, we're adults. I mean, what's the deal? We're adults. We know. She's like, good. Like, take your adult ass and let's go. Let's go. We adults. Do the adult thing and leave while this adult is telling you to leave. She did all that. She goes to the door and opens it. And of course, we know, bam, Calvin's standing right there. So he hears her telling him to leave. So Calvin tried to step to her. Now, Calvin about to get his ass whooped. I knew he was going to, but he didn't. Because Sabrina, Jacoby is up on him. He a thug. He got the tats all over him, So he a thug. And y'all know he hung out with that other guy who beat up on Maurice. But shit, don't be surprised. We don't know if, we ain't never seen it, but we don't know that Calvin ain't got some moves like Maurice did. Maurice whooped that guy's ass. And Calvin might be doing the same thing. We don't know. They got to defend themselves. Anyway, what else? So he's still there. He opens the door. Calvin tells him, yo, dude, you need to step. Like, you need to get the fuck out of here. That's what I think he said. Get out here like she told you to. And Sabrina, he's like stepping to him. First of all, the lady told you to leave, just leave. Sabrina's back there begging him, please, like, don't hit him, thinking he can't fight. I think that's what she thought, he probably can't fight. But we don't know. So Jacoby just pushed him, like that and kept it moving, And she closed the door. Then he said, sit your ass down. We gonna talk. And he started talking to Sabrina, and he's telling her, I don't want nothing to do with you no more. I'm so sick of it right now. And he said, you know what? And it hurts. It hurts the way you made me feel. Now tell me all the things that's wrong with me. He was like, tell me what's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with you. No, something got to be wrong with me because why do you keep treating me this way? It's not you, it's me. And he said, oh, you don't get to tell me that shit. You don't get to say that it's me shit. You don't get to do that. He's like, now put your big girl panties on and be honest and tell me what's going on. And she started telling him about the meth and all of this stuff and making a commitment. And he's like, you believe everything you say, and that pisses me off. This crap, it pisses. He said, no wonder Maurice had me pissing in the cup and stuff. So he got upset about that with her. And that's how all that went down. Then they showed Fatima getting home with her date. She gets home with her date, and I guess it wasn't all that because he was ready to get some, and she was like, oh, hell to the N to the O. It ain't happening. She didn't want to even breathe. She acted like he had bad breath or something. She didn't want to be bothered. She was mad at herself for even going out with him. And he said, because he took off his coat, and that shirt he had on was nice. I was feeling that shirt he had on. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but if I saw a man walking down the street with that shirt, I'd be there, yo, brother, you working that. That nice. Anyway, so she told him to get his coat and go. And when he moved his coat to leave, that's when he tried to kiss her. She was like, He said, well, I'm going to call you tomorrow. And she said, nah, call me in a week. She like, give me some time to be away from you. And so he picks up his coat, and that's when she sees that envelope there, and Zach left that money for her and stuff. And she told him, she called him and told him he needed to come and get that money. She was going to tape it to the outside of the door. And he was like, but somebody could take it. She was like, then your ass better come quick and get it. And so, what happened? He said, no, because I owe you, for all you did for me. She said, you don't owe me nothing. Everything I did for you is because I wanted to do it for you, You could have, he said, but I don't understand. You can have any man you want. She's like, whatever, And he was like, yo, have you ever been confused before? And she wouldn't answer. She got quiet, but she wouldn't answer him. So they went back and forth with their little stuff, but she never answered that question. So then he comes upstairs and gets that money, and he finds it attached to the door. He knocks on the door to talk to her and stuff. And he said, "Can I come in?" And she's like, "You got 5 minutes." 5 minutes. Of course, he took more than 5 minutes. He was doing all that talking and trying to. I don't know if he was really trying to apologize, but he was saying how he felt and all this stuff. And she was like, "You know what, Zach? You made me feel like shit. That's what you did. You humiliated. I was humiliated and embarrassed behind that stuff." So, and she said, and every time I tried to tell, I was telling Andy, and she would stop. And he's like, "Why you keep stopping when you say you was telling somebody something, you was going to tell him something?" Because she didn't want to go all the way with it. But she finally told him, "Yeah, I was telling Andy that I met a guy." That she met a guy. And he was like, "And what?" And he said, "Be honest. You always talk about being honest. Be honest and tell me what's your thoughts and stuff." And I thought we could probably be good together and do something. I thought we could have something. That's what it was. But I see that I was wrong right now, He's like, "Nah." She said, "So you need to leave." So basically, she wouldn't elaborate, but she was like, "You need to leave now." He said, "You sure that's what you want me to do? You sure that's what me? Because y'all always saying shit you don't mean." Who's y'all's that? Who's y'all? I get tired of that. Don't group us together. If y'all men don't want us to group you together when there's a bad brother or man or something like that, don't be grouping us together. Y'all always do that. He said that earlier. Y'all always do that and change your hair when you get a new man. It ain't been but 24 hours. Ain't nobody changed their hair in 24 hours. Okay, Zach? Let me let you know that, okay? And so he was like, "Y'all always saying shit. Make sure that's what you mean when you said don't know that's what you mean when you say that." She was like, "Bye, boy." She's like, "Bye, Zach. Get out. I know what I mean. I know what I want." And if anybody out of all them women know, Fatima does. Fatima's straight up with her stuff. She really is. That's why I like her. And how did it end? It ended with Jasmine. He left, of course. And then with Jasmine, she leaving out of Andy's house with handcuffed. "You better do it." And she yelling stuff. "I will get your ass." And the police are looking at her like, "Girl, you better... I suggest you get a, what is it? Not an order of protection. What is it? A restraining order. I suggest you get a restraining order." She's like, "I don't care about her damn ass, about her. I don't give a damn about her," something like that. She said, "I just need to know about, I want to know about my fiance. Why is no one telling me about Gary? I need to know, is he going to be okay? Shouldn't he be in the hospital?" I said, "Damn, he's still laying on the floor. He ain't in the hospital yet." And he said, no, he don't need to be in the hospital. You wanna go see him? "I don't want to see him all bloody. I don't want to see that. It's not blood." He's like, "He's not bloody." I said, "How he not bloody? How you know he ain't bloody?" One, he got shot 2 times it looked like. And first of all, you been sitting in there with her all that damn time. How you know there ain't no blood on him? So she's like, "Oh." And she goes around the corner. And when she goes around the corner into the bedroom, you see her surprised look like, "What the fuck?" So I'm sitting there going, what did y'all think happened? What did everybody think? You cannot say that wasn't Gary. You can't say he had on a bulletproof vest. Can't say none of that. So why is he looking at her? Why is she looking that way? That's the reason. That's the only reason I want to see next week right now, because I want to know what's going on. I forgot what was in the previews for next week, but anyway. Y'all let me know if I missed anything. I tried to make the review short, but this was a good one. So, y'all let me know in the comment section how you feel about the episode, what I might have missed. This your girl, Barbie J. Say a peace.